are, and Owen, good to have you in the studio today. Today our conversation is about the i7. What do you think?
i7, outstanding car. Thanks for having me, Faisal.
No problem. We really should talk to each other before we get dressed in the morning, clearly.
Yeah.
Both wearing the same colour jacket, but I guess it shows we've both got a bit of style, eh?
Good taste.
Good taste, must be. So, just to position this then, so the 7 Series has been announced. We are a few months away from launch.
Yeah.
And one of the first models to come through will be the BMW i7. So our sales consultants and our geniuses, sales teams, after sales teams, I guess their role will be to present, to talk about this car. And really what we want to do today is pick your brains, all of them, both of them.
Yep.
And really get as much information on the BMW i7 as you can give us.
Sure.
So general summary, what can you tell us about the car before we sort of go into some depth? So what could a salesperson or a genius say to sum up the car?
Well, it's the i7 xDrive 60. So a couple of things that you can take from that straight away. i7, it's a 7 Series. It's everything you would expect from the luxury flagship model in the BMW range. xDrive, therefore, it does have power to both axles. So it's an xDrive, albeit electric version of the all-wheel drive system. 60 means it's got a hell of a lot of power to enjoy. So this really is a top-of-the-range BMW. Everything that the 7 Series is capable of offering, everything that electric power is capable of offering, all comes together on this car.
Right, so that's the interesting one. So 760 extra. Oh no, it's an i7. I beg your pardon. I got it wrong.
The positioning to put it at, right at the top of the range.
So i7 60 xDrive. Have I got that right?
No.
No. So tell me.
i7 xDrive 60.
Oh, i7 xDrive 60. Okay, well that's the name. So xDrive powered both axles then, as you say.
Yeah, that's correct.
Innovation-wise or concept-wise, the same sort of thing, varying front to back, back to front?
Yeah, that's right. So from an efficiency perspective, to make that battery last as long as possible, if there are no traction concerns on the road, or if the driver is driving quite, easygoing, not demanding a lot of acceleration, then it's going to be sitting as a rear-wheel drive car, and when necessary for maximum power output, or if the road surface is not great, then it will vary the power between the front and rear axles accordingly. Maximum power output means that both motors are operating fully at the same time. So yes, it has that variability.
Okay, and do you think, if it's got maximum sort of slip at one axle, it can literally close that axle down to let the other one take over?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, interesting. So quite similar, in fact, to what we've seen on the non-electric xDrive cars.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know. So in terms of the geniuses and the sales consultants, then, and it's a great opening statement to make that, it's a 7 Series. Anything they can add to that then? Because there'll be a lot of people that may think, is the i7 right for them? Because they're just traditional combustion engine drivers, maybe some are hybrid. But this is a totally new concept for us, isn't it? Luxury cars.
It is in some ways, yes. And typically at the luxury end of the market, customers who are buying this kind of car will be not only looking for the high-end features and tech and comfort inside the vehicle, but also maybe the most powerful drivetrain, the highest power output possible. And that's not always hand in hand with electric, because electric would be about low energy consumption, and to give you all of that power, it's going to empty the battery much, much quicker historically. But now the battery capacities are able to get larger, a lot more range is available, and so then you can have a lot more power output and still have a decent amount of driving range in the vehicle. So that allows us to have a model like the i7 xDrive 60. It allows us to have that sort of power output that's attractive to the top of the range customers,
sure,
the luxury lifestyle individuals, and at the same time a range that is realistic for them. that allows them to go about their business.
Do you think there's any compromises to be made if you've got the choice between a combustion engine 7 Series or an i7 electric car? Are there any compromises that you can think we need to be aware of, or that could be brought up from a customer's perspective? Because electric's always a bit hit and miss with some people. They always think, oh no, I would never go electric, but because they think there may be compromises. But what do you think?
I think in reality, there is no compromises at all, and there are in fact a couple of advantages. In particular, when it comes to sound, we know that electric cars are very quiet indeed, and so from a luxury car user, they'll enjoy that the car is quieter, more cocooning, more separation from the outside world, especially if the 7 Series customer is in the back seat. I think they'd enjoy that a lot more. Potentially less vibration under acceleration as well, which you would get from a mechanical drivetrain. So therefore, there's potential for advantages there. I think from a disadvantage, we'd have to look to the traditional. And customers who have got a really traditional mindset love the V12, love the V8. The sound is not there, and so the style of acceleration is different as well. And that just comes down to choice. Is it a compromise? Not really. It just comes down to choice.
It's just different.
It's just different.